Well, good morning and thanks for joining us here on Studio 512. You guys, believe it or not, spring break is just around the corner, and you know we had to call in our friendly travel expert. Adina Anderson joins us with some hot tips to get you through spring break. Good to see you, friend. How are you?
I am wonderful. A little exhausted from last week.
I know, but speaking of, I'm elated that you're here because you just went on this fabulous trip and you're going to walk us all through it. So tell me about this incredible park you did, or this incredible trip you did through some national parks.
So it's called the Mighty Five. It's in Utah,
Yeah.
and it is the perfect thing for a spring break trip because you can hit all 5 national parks in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yes. So we started with Canyonlands.
Canyonlands,
Yeah.
okay.
So we drove out of Salt Lake City. So the best thing is just to fly into Salt Lake City and then head out.
Did you love Salt Lake? I've never been.
I love Salt Lake City, but you know, it's also kind of the altitude because you're over 5,000. So you got to get your breathing in because we'll talk about that.
Yes.
But yeah, Texans going to high altitude, yes. But we started with Arches and with Canyonlands, and it was amazing. We went to Mesa Arch, which is the most photographed arch in the world.
So we've probably seen it before.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
It's probably a windows desktop background. Yeah.
Yes. We went to Dead Horse Point. We went to Grand View. I mean, we just went to so many. I mean, look at these photos and videos.
Stunning.
It was, everywhere we turned, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
The hiking, I think we're hiking out to Mesa Arch here. That's it. That's the most photographed arch
There it is.
in the world. And Jeeps go out to these. So there was a lot of
What?
Jeep trails. I know, I'm like, I don't have my Jeep and I want to go drive this. So there's a lot of Jeep trails through Moab and Canyonlands. It's one of the most visited. You know, they have the Easter Safari. So yeah, there's a lot there.
Okay, I have to ask you in a more personal note real quick. I do know you flew on this trip, which is a big deal for you.
Yes.
Did you feel a little lost without your Jeep? Because you are a big road trip gal.
Yeah, and someone else was driving on this tour.
Oh,
so I'm
no.
like, not only do I have to fly there, but I got to sit in the back of a van.
Oh my God, relinquishing all control. Look at new year, new Adina, you guys. I love this. Okay, and then you also checked out Arches National Park. Tell me about this one.
Yes, so Arches, oh my gosh, so Delicate Arch about killed me. And this is where one of my tips come in.
Okay.
We are kind of at sea level here in Texas,
Sure.
right? Like we're not really, when you go there, take your oxygen, take something. It was rough. It was elevation. It was, I think, about 2.5. We walked 21,000 feet that day.
Wow.
So it was intense, but I'm so proud of myself. Some of the angles, like take hiking poles.
Oh, that's a great photo of you.
There's the arch, the Delicate Arch. That's like a really famous, I think that's on the Utah license plate.
Okay.
So like that is the place to go if you're going to go. And I'm glad we did it in the beginning of the trip because holy cow, did it about kill me.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, I cannot
we went
imagine.
to Landscape Arch and we went to Double Arch. There's a lot. Obviously, it's called Arches for a reason.
Yeah.
They have, I think they said over 2,000 arches.
2,000.
Yeah, 90 that you can really check out. But
it's like truly the land of arches.
It really is, yes. And the food in all the places we went was amazing. I was really surprised. And we didn't hit any like fancy places. We hit the local places. So
and that's how it
the
should be
locals.
done. Yes. Okay, and then next you checked up Goblin Valley. Tell me about this one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so as we're driving into it, I was like, this looks really familiar. Galaxy Quest was filmed there. If you've never seen it, you got to see Galaxy Quest. It looks like little goblins, and that's why it's called Goblin Valley. And it's kind of cool because the wind created this.
It
the
looks
wind
like
and
a
the
different
water.
planet a little bit. You know what I mean?
And we had, I think, 10 of us on this trip. And as we're out there, I didn't see any of them because we kind of just explored on our own.
Okay.
We were out there for an hour and a half. I didn't see one other person. It was so weird.
It was truly choose your own adventure.
Yes, it definitely was. But it was a great little fun place. And you can see the Rocky Mountains from that area.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then Capitol Reef.
Yes.
So at the end of the trip, we all asked, what was your favorite park? This was my favorite. This was Grand Wash. The petroglyphs were amazing. Oh. And I've got a shout out to Lucy, my roommate. I got the lotto. She's actually out there again this week, and oh my gosh, she knows her petroglyphs, and so we just had such a good time. But Grand Wash, that was an easy hike. It was about 2 miles. It's flat. There's not much elevation, so it's a great hike for people that don't really want to like climb into the mountains and things like that.
Okay, very good. And then you went to the Grand Sakers Escalante National
Monument. It's a mouthful, isn't it? I know.
Oh my gosh, that was a lot to get out, and I messed it up. But anyway, tell me about this one.
It was beautiful. Now that's a national park site, so I kind of got 6 on this trip. I was really excited about that. But it was kind of snowing, and it was beautiful.
That's like what you want when you're out there.
I know.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It was wonderful, and we got got to the top of it and you look down and it's, the Colorado River, the Green River, like everything combining on this trip. It was absolutely beautiful.
Okay, and then the last two, Bryce Canyon and Zion.
Yeah, so Bryce, we had snow. We hiked in the snow. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great town, lots to do there. And then Zion. Everybody goes to Zion. I will tell you, right now is the best time to go because it wasn't busy until you get to Zion.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
And so there we are driving through the snow to catch we tried to catch the sunrise in Bryce Canyon, but it was snowing. There I am. That's the sun coming up. Can you tell?
You get it. Hey, you still did it.
We did it. But, Zion, oh, it was just everywhere you look. And they have the big tunnel that you go, I think it's a little over 2-mile tunnel that you go through. Yeah. And you come out and it's like, it was just so pretty.
So picturesque.
And Angel's Landing, definitely, you have to have a permit, first of all. You have to get in a lottery to get onto it. I would never do it. It's very intense. You're walking across, but if you're an avid hiker, go for it. You're hanging on to chains.
I'm there for the good times and the vibes.
Exactly. Yeah, and the town of Springdale, which is right outside Zion, was a great town. We hit a couple little pubs and some restaurants. It's a great little town. Look at the food. Was phenomenal.
Yes.
Local charcuterie. But Zion's definitely, I would spend 2 days there.
Okay, good to know.
If you could go back.
Okay, now speaking of, you have some travel tips for us if you're going to do a trip kind of like this. So what do you have for us?
Hiking poles, which I forgot to bring mine, but hiking poles you definitely want to get. If you're doing the passport at the national parks, take some papers or something, you get your little stamp and collect them. Get maps because there's not a lot of Wi-Fi, so get paper maps, get anything you can from the visitor center. This is my number one savior here. Now, you can't take this on the plane, so I had to buy some when I got there, and I keep this at home, but oxygen.
Yeah, it's important.
It's no joke.
We always use that one in the mountains too, absolutely.
Yes, and water will be your best friend.
Another thing I see here is sunscreen, which I know sounds goofy in the mountains, but it's a necessity.
Yes, because you're at higher altitudes, so you're closer to the sun. I know that sounds silly, but you really are, and it's easy to get sunburn up there.
Yeah, I think it's good. Okay, and then also we've got some liquid IV and some lotions over here.
Yes, definitely. So this will keep you hydrated, and I'm still recuperating, but the skin gets dry, especially if you're from Texas, because it is so dry there.
Yes.
So I have the Formula 55, and they have all these beautiful scents, and I absolutely love. So you can put these in your checked baggage, go on the trip with you. You smell good while you're out there.
Yeah, I know. Dina put some on before the show, and I was like, smells so good. Okay, we're just about out of time, but really quick, you have a big trip coming up, a new state you're visiting. Tell us what's happening.
Yeah, so I only have 2 states left, Hawaii and Alaska, and I'm going to Alaska.
Yay! We're so excited for you.
Yes, it's not going to be till May.
Okay.
But I'm really excited.
It'll be here before we know it.
It will. Yeah. I'm already prepping. So.
Yeah, as you should. Well, Adina, thank you for being here as always. We appreciate it. You guys, for more tips from Adina, visit travellifewithadina.com or follow along on social media at Adina Anderson. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Advanced Pain Care. Joining us today is Physician's Assistant Leslie Escalante from Advanced Pain Care to discuss pelvic pain and how APC can help. So Leslie, let's start with this. How common is pelvic pain, and how does chronic pelvic pain affect a patient's day-to-day life beyond just physical discomfort?
Well, chronic pain is actually more common than people realize. It can affect many people across all genders. It actually can affect, the way people plan their day, as a matter of fact. It's the number one cause sometimes of people looking at consults with urology, gynecology, gastroenterology, because pelvic pain encompasses so many body systems. They can plan their day around their pain, where are they going to sit? How long are they going to drive? That sorts of thing. Whether or not they're going to be intimate with their partner.
Yeah, that's tough on a lot of people. Now, why is pelvic pain so frequently underdiagnosed, and what should patients know if they're told everything looks normal?
Well, it's underdiagnosed significantly because it doesn't necessarily show up on any imaging tests or scans. It can be caused by musculoskeletal pain. It can be caused by neuropathic pain. A lot of the body systems, like I mentioned earlier, overlap each other in the pelvic girdle. You have muscle pain. You can have connective tissue disorders, nerves. Even the way the nervous system sends signals to the brain can be an underlying source of pain.
Speaking of that, when someone comes to Advanced Pain Care with pelvic pain, what treatment options are available, and how does a comprehensive pain management plan approach differ from just kind of treating symptoms?
Sure. Well, a comprehensive plan includes both individualized care, because every person's different, and then a multidisciplinary approach. We can look at maybe targeted medications for a patient. We can look at nerve blocks, possibly neuromodulation. physical therapy for pelvic girdle for some, men and women, both. There's lots of different things that we can do, even specialty referrals. If in fact, we do know that this is a genitourinary problem, we can get them to the urologist.
For patients who have been living with pelvic pain for months or even years, what would you want them to hear today, especially if they're feeling frustrated, unheard, or even discouraged?
Sure. Well, they're not broken, okay? They're not alone. There's many people that suffer with pelvic pain and that have done so for many years, so they're definitely not alone. Even if they've been dismissed in the past, they felt unheard, that can be very discouraging.
Yeah, I think one of the key takeaways you just said there is that with advanced pain care, they can have hope for the future, which I think is huge. Leslie, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for having me.
Learn more at austinpaindoctor.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Advanced Pain Care.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Junk King Austin. Large trucks, clear pricing, same-day service, and a whole lot more. That's what Tyler Williams says makes Junk King Austin stand out among the crowd. He's here to tell us a little bit more about his business. So Tyler, very first question up to you is what makes Junk King different than your competitors?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. First of all, thank you for letting me come out here today. Super excited to be here. What makes us uniquely different is our trucks are about 20% larger than our competitors.
Oh.
Meaning we can get larger, bigger jobs into one truck, not having to make multiple trips, being able to clear space out as fast and efficient as possible.
That's impressive. Yeah. So when people finally get to that point where they say, okay, I need this junk cleared out, you can show up pretty quickly.
Saturday morning, you're clearing out your garage, that old attic you haven't been in 30 years since you moved in. Our guys will go up there. They'll be able to take pictures of everything, even if you're not able to go up there. That way you can kind of get a good visual what is up there, and we'll be able to get it cleared out and taken care of for you.
Amazing, yeah. And tell me about your clear-cut pricing model, because I think that's another thing is people don't want to be stuck with a bill that they didn't see coming.
No, absolutely. Fully transparent pricing. We actually have 13 different price points, allowing us to get you as most accurate as a price possible, primarily volume-based. So again, like I said, transparent. We're able to fully explain to you how we're coming up with that price. We're not just pulling a number out of a hat. If you're wanting to get a new couch, well, what do you do with the old one? It might still be in good condition. You're working with a donation center. Well, who's taking it there? The good news about us is we handle all of that for you. We've got a whole Divergent team back at the shop. They sort through everything, separate recyclables, donatables. We work with several nonprofits across not only this area, but across the country.
Talk to me about some common items that y'all normally pick up. I heard the garage, I heard the attic, but I'm thinking that there's probably a lot of stuff that is too heavy maybe for someone to pick up themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Concrete, heck, that ice storm that we just had not too long ago, somebody took out a mailbox, so able to get that picked up. We do stuff all the way up to full shed teardowns. We pull up carpet. Yesterday, we just tore out a wall for a customer they were trying to demo.
You can take a wall?
We can take a wall. Yeah.
Wow.
So really, whatever your project that you're working on or they're doing, we're here to help you.
How can folks who are watching today get started?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call us at our 888 number or visit us online. If you visit us online, you can get a $20 off discount. So just give us a call.
Sounds good to me. Tyler, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Call 1-888-888-JUNK or go to junk-king.com to get started today. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Junk King Austin.
This Sunday on National Margarita Day, registration for the annual Moonlight Margarita Run opens, and joining us now is CEO of the Trail Conservancy, Julie Fisher, and our good friend Rob Jones from Maddie's. Guys, how are you? Good morning.
Great, thanks. Good morning.
We're so excited to have you. Okay, so if someone maybe is a new Austinite, kind of like myself, what exactly is this run?
Yes, the Moonlight Margarita Run is our annual 5K that benefits the Trail Conservancy that has been presented by Maddie's for 23 years in a row.
Which I love, and I think that's so cool that we see two amazing local partners coming together. How are both kind of impacted by what this run does?
Yeah, so this is our big annual 5K. All of the proceeds benefit the Trail Conservancy, but there's a huge finish line fiesta at the end
Yes.
where people enjoy amazing food and margaritas from Monty's.
Yeah, we love to bring the party, always do.
Yeah. And what I love too is this is not the first year you've done this. So how did this kind of partnership originate?
Yeah, so kind of to your point, two amazing local organizations
Yeah.
came to be. People love margaritas and Tex-Mex, so
Come on.
it's all right if you don't run, you can walk it. It's
Yeah.
a fun event. So it's Thursday, June 6th, and it's in the evening.
Yes.
So try to wait for the sun to cool down a
Yeah.
little bit. But whether you're a runner or a walker, you can come in a costume. You
Yeah.
can dress as a lime, whatever.
That's
We've
incredible.
seen it before. Whatever
Yeah.
suits your fancy,
Yeah.
you're welcome to come out and participate.
Which I love. And I love that it's evening because I think when we think of a 5K, we're like, oh, it's going to be really early. We're going to have to wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. But no, this is like you could chill all day, show up, do the run, get a good margarita, and it's all fun, right?
Exactly, and it's at Auditorium Shores, so you can watch the sunset. The
Yeah.
fiesta's there, and the big field, so you get to see the skyline. It's a beautiful evening.
Yeah, I love this. And we can run or walk this situation, right?
Yep,
Kinda have
exactly.
both options.
Whatever you're comfortable with. So we
Okay.
have some people who go all out, and then we have some people who are just there for the fun and for the finish line fiesta
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
margaritas.
Yeah, I'll be there for the party.
So kind of, Rob, tell me then with Maddie's, what can we expect at the finish line? Because that's really where Maddie's comes in and kind of amps the party up.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been glad to partner with the Trail Conservancy for 23 years, as Julie said. Glad to be a part of the only night run in Austin as well.
Yes.
It ends up being a lot of fun with the DJ. But what we bring to the table, we bring snacks, usually a small snack at the end. We don't want you to feel too heavy and fall asleep. We still want you to party, but the big thing is the margaritas, which we always have prepared and ready as soon as you cross the finish line. So
Yeah.
whether you're there in 15 minutes or whether you're there in 30, 45, and you want to walk and chill, low expectation,
Yeah.
we'll still have a party going for you at the
I
end.
love that. I think that's really special. And you also have brought in one of your margaritas today.
Yes.
So tell me can you tell me the recipe? How do you guys make your margarita at Maddie's?
Yeah, so we use all natural ingredients,
Okay.
fresh squeezed juices. We love to use organic Dulce Vita for
Ooh.
the margaritas at the finish line.
Okay.
Might not be this exact recipe that we
Sure.
have going.
Something
little more
similar,
simple.
yeah.
But something very similar.
Yeah.
We'll still make sure you're having fun at the party. But, we have 6 locations all across Austin. We
Yeah.
can make those same margaritas in store for you if you want to come in and try them before you actually go to the
Sure,
run.
yeah.
But, again, you'll get drinks at the end of the run. We'll make sure they're there and ready for you.
Yeah, I love that. And let's say maybe there's someone watching who's like, I've been here or I'm new here, but I've never been to Maddie's. What can they expect when they come into a Maddie's location?
Family friendly, open, fun environment. We like to bring an inviting culture. I mean, being a part of Austin's history, always wanting to partner with the Trail Conservancy,
Yeah.
just be a part of the culture that has made Austin weird, made it its unique space. And so we love to continue that tradition. We've been here for 33 years under the current name, and so just love to try and be as welcoming, inviting,
Sure.
family-friendly atmosphere as we can be at all
Well,
times.
and not to mention your food's incredible. So what can
Thank
people
you.
expect from the menu?
A lot from the menu, to be honest. We always look to cut down. There's a lot of popular favorites, from our lunch specials to breakfast all day, every day, to dinner specials that some people just can't get enough of,
Yeah.
especially at our Lake Austin Boulevard location. There's something for everybody on there, and so we can make sure that everybody is provided.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, can you pour up this margarita?
Yeah,
first?
for
I
sure.
want to
Yeah, I
see
was
this in
gonna say
action.
We're thirsty, aren't we?
Gotta test it out.
I know, I'm like, and just quality control, We're
Exactly.
just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, does someone
go
want to
for it,
join
Rob.
me?
Yeah.
Rob, come
Rob.
on.
I will
Cheers,
join
cheers
you.
me up.
Cheers.
All right, take a little sip here.
You gotta do quality control.
Yeah, you got to get to one of those 6 locations now and check that out. That is so tasty. Okay, Julie, remind me what else is happening over at the Trail Conservancy, because you guys do stuff year round. That's just incredible work.
We do stuff year round. We actually just opened the Wishbone Bridge just a couple weeks
I
ago.
was just telling you, I saw that a few weekends ago. You guys, it's incredible if you haven't checked it out.
Yes, it's so amazing. So it creates a full enclosed loop for the trail. So trail users can come from multiple aspects, and the Unity Tunnel is amazing, a mosaic by Reginald, who is an artist who worked with the community to really create an experience where people could all contribute together.
Yeah, and what I think is so funny in a way is that, you and Rosie were talking about the last time you were here, that the trail really is like the crown jewel of Austin. Why is it important for you to continue to elevate the trail for people?
Absolutely. So our mission is to protect, enhance, and connect the trail for many, many generations to come. And
Yeah.
so our role is to really help program, operate, maintain the trail. So it is sustainable for many years to come. We
Yeah.
actually receive 5 million visits a year.
Oh my
So it's really a
gosh.
part of our core mission to make
Yeah.
sure that it's sustainable for many years to
Well,
come.
and what I think is cool too, as you make your way around the trail, you see like updates of what you guys are working on or what's to come, which I think is really exciting. Like right now, last time my wife and I were on, we saw the east side kind of over by 35. You guys are making some big changes over there, right?
Yes, absolutely. So there's a lot of construction right now happening
Yeah.
with 35, but we just opened the Holly Fishing Pier in May, and we have these brand new mile marker signs that you can see at every half and full mile, in
Yeah.
addition to some big trail signage. So really wanting to continue to make it a safe place where trail users can come
Yeah.
and know how to navigate around the full 10-mile loop.
Yeah. Well, and it really is like the best way to see Austin in its like truest form, I feel like there's as you make your way around the 10 miles, you get so many different vibes and so many different feels for what Austin is.
Exactly. There's runners, walkers, strollers, families, people just hanging out in the parkland. So
Yeah.
it really offers something for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Any other events coming up in addition to the run that you want to highlight?
Absolutely. We have volunteer events going every single week and weekend, and even an opportunity where people can volunteer on their own if they
Love
want to
that.
clean up a specific spot on the trail.
Yeah.
And we actually, at the beginning of March, have a Tempo on the Trail program where there will be 9 different art installations going in at the beginning of
I
March.
was just going to ask about art, yeah, because you guys
Yes.
love to showcase that on the trail.
Absolutely. So working with local artists to do sculptures and murals. So keep your eyes posted out for the beginning of March
Yeah.
where those will start to go on the ground.
Yeah, okay, before we leave, we can't leave without saying Sunday, National Margarita Day, you guys have a discounted registration rate for the run, so tell people how they can get that information and kind of how that works.
Absolutely. They can go to our website, thetrailconservancy.org/MMR, and they can have all the information on how to
Yeah.
sign up, which includes an amazing finish line
Yes.
fiesta at the end of it.
Yes. Well, Julie, Rob, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you guys, as Julie said, for more information or registration for the Moonlight Margarita Run, visit thetrailconservancy.org/MMR. She's currently touring the country with Lauren Spencer Smith and just released a brand new single titled Van to Black. Maisie K joins me now. Hi, Maisie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to get to know you more. So I want to start with this, Maisie. When did your interest in music begin, and who were maybe some of your early influences?
So, I would say the biggest early influence in my life was definitely Queen. I loved Freddie Mercury. I still do. I named my cat after him because I love him so much. So, Queen and Freddie have always been a big influence. And then I always say on my dad's side, I got Queen, Elvis, the Beatles, and on my mom's side, I got Barbara Streisand, Celine Dion, ABBA, Whitney Houston. So I was exposed to a lot of beautiful, great music from a very early age, which is awesome.
Yeah, just so many great influences there and just an array of amazing artists as well. Now, you are a pop singer, but in my opinion, it's not like typical pop music that we would hear on the radio. So tell me a little bit more how maybe you would define your personal style of music.
Lately, we've been calling it whimsical, ethereal pop. I think, I am definitely trying to make pop music, but not do something that's so bubblegum and, straight lined. I like a little darkness, I like a little edge, and I feel like the producer I work with really understands that. So we try to go a little left of center where we can. And I also just really love lyricism. Lyrical content is my favorite part of songwriting. So I try to put emphasis on really meaningful lyrics, no matter what type of production goes around the song.
Yeah, now speaking of putting emphasis on meaningful lyrics, I know that songwriting is obviously different for every musician, but what's your personal process and where do you tend to draw inspiration from when sitting down to write something?
For me, I would say I definitely write easiest when I pull from my personal life. I've always said I find it very hard to write a song that I'm not personally connected to. And that's why I've also struggled with the concept of singing songs that have already been pre-written for me. I find that very hard because if I didn't write it, I don't really know how to connect to it. So for me, I think the best music I've ever written has come from when I was just sitting at my piano and I wasn't trying to write a song, if that makes sense. Sometimes I sit down and I have the very clear goal, I am going to write a piece of music today. And other times I sit down just because I'm feeling a very strong emotion and I think maybe something can come from this, but I don't necessarily have something right now. And I found in those moments where I'm just sitting at the piano and I'm full of emotion, those are when the best things tend to come.
Yeah. Well, I think it just speaks to kind of that, that thought of like, if your heart's in the right place, then you're probably doing something correct. And I think that's how it is for you, is you're very intentional about it. So I can appreciate that a lot on a personal level. Now, you recently dropped your brand new single, Vanta Black. So tell me about creating this one.
Yeah, Vanta Black was really fun. I made it with new writers, which was very exciting. It was a new team for me. And I went in and everyone really wanted to do an upbeat song. Like my A&R really wanted an upbeat song. And I was saying, I'm like, I know you want an upbeat song, but I don't feel upbeat. I am depressed. I'm so sad. I'm heartbroken, you know? So I'm like, I can't write this big, happy, joyful song when I don't feel it. And so my co-writers were like, well, what if we write a happy song about how unhappy you are? And I'm thinking, well, that sounds amazing. And it was my co-writer, Nia, who came up with the word Vanta Black, which is a type of paint which is so dark that it looks like a black hole. And I'd heard of Vanta Black paint before, but I'd never thought to use it in a song. So once she said, like, what if we talk about covering yourself in Vanta Black and closing yourself off to love, but we make it sound fun? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And once we had that idea, we cranked out Vanta Black so quickly after that. We wrote it really fast.
Yeah, I love how like much of a creative concept that was. I think that's really cool, drawing in, some of that personal touches along with some kind of good creative notes that you were given from producers and writers as well. I think that's really special. Now, I know that you've been touring with Lauren Spencer Smith the last couple months. What's that experience been like for you?
It's been really lovely. I first met Lauren in Australia on the Australia run, and that was really cool. So it's been nice getting to come back. It was an honor she wanted me to come back. She's got such a brilliant voice, and I think it really inspired me to try and deliver the best with my own vocal performance. I really wanted to push myself vocally for this US run because she's just such a brilliant singer, and it inspired me to want to improve my own singing on stage too.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you've been able to work with her. How neat is this? Now, obviously, you continue to rise within your career, which congrats on all your success, by the way. But what's next for you, and anything you can tease coming up this year, maybe kind of beyond the current tour that you're on?
Yeah. So we definitely have new music lined up. So this is far from the last single release from me. There's also some other places in the world that I may be touring later in the year, but I can't say any more on that just yet. But there's loads of new music, and I think even if fans don't get to see me on this US run, they may get to see me this year somewhere else.
Oh, okay. That's a great deep tease there. Now, how can people keep up with you and your music?
So I am super easy. I am at Maisie K on literally every social media platform, and that is MAISYKAY.
All right, incredible. Well, you can check out Maisie K on all music streaming platforms and check her out on tour. Maisie, thanks so much.
We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Turn your home's value into opportunity with a HELOC or home equity loan. We're going to learn about the benefits of both today with Pamela Cotton, Vice President of Member Services at Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Pam, what is the difference between a HELOC and a home equity loan? They sound the same to me.
Yeah, they do. They both allow you to utilize the equity in your home, but they work in different ways. So a HELOC or home equity line of credit allows you, it's like a credit card, but your home is used as collateral. So you're gonna be approved for a certain amount of money that you can use. You just don't use it all at one time. So it's like a line of credit that you have access to. It's gonna be flexible for different types of spending. Your interest rate is gonna be a variable interest rate, and your payments are gonna be a little bit lower too, so there's a lot of flexibility there. A home equity loan, on the other hand, is a one-time lump sum payment. So you're gonna be very fixed there. You have a fixed rate, a fixed payment that covers the principal and interest the same time, and then you're going to use it for your bigger projects. But they're both great.
I know that there are different times though when one is better than the other. So when should someone choose a HELOC instead of a home equity loan?
Yeah, so a HELOC is going to be great for those ongoing projects. So maybe like your home improvement, you don't pay for everything up front. The project is extended over a period of time. So borrow the money as you need it, so you're not paying interest on it when you're not even using it. So it's great for that opportunity. It gives flexible spending there as well. Maybe it's tuition for college expenses. You're only going to use a certain amount of it at this time. Then next semester you're going to use it again. So it's perfect for that opportunity.
All right, let's flip the script. When is a home equity loan a better idea, the lump sum?
Yeah, so that's ideal for those one-time expenses when you know exactly how much you need to spend. So maybe you're doing debt consolidation. You have all those credit cards that you know you want to pay off at one time. Get that one lump sum payment, pay off all those credit cards, and then you're saving by paying that one interest rate, and you get that done. So a home equity loan is beneficial because it offers more financial stability, peace of mind because you have that one stable payment over the term of the loan as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's fixed rate, fixed payment.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that Austin Telco Federal Credit Union offers both of these options, right?
Absolutely, we do. We have the home equity and we have the HELOC. We would love for members to come in and talk to us because we can give you more input and information on how each of those work and what's going to work best for you.
All right, Pam, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Learn more about all of the services that Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has to offer by going to atfcu.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union.
Prepare to be taken back into the high-impact, thrilling world of Prime Video's Cross with the return of Season 2. And joining me now is one of the stars of the show, Isaiah Mustafa. Good morning, Isaiah. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning, Blake.
I'm so excited to learn more about Season 2, but let's go back in time just for a brief moment here. So if someone has not seen Season 1 of Cross, kind of just catch them up very briefly on what we missed and maybe where we left off.
Well, the good thing is that they're completely separate. So if you've never seen Season 1, first of all, go see Season 1. But you could watch Season 2 and have it be its own thing. Season 1 is a wild ride, and you're finding out like little tidbits of information about the serial killer, and Alex is on the hunt, and you're getting into Alex's life and how troubled it is. And then it all culminates in this like grand finale. Don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But Season 2 is a little bit different. Alex is pulled off in a different direction, starts working with the FBI a little bit, and his buddy John Sampson, who I play, you get into his life a little bit more. You get this deeper dive into who he is, and he needs a little help from his friends, but Alex is gone, so that might strain that relationship a little bit. All in all, what I'm trying to tell the fans is tune in.
Yeah.
Dig in.
Tune in for sure. When I watched the Season 2 trailer last night, and like my jaw was just on the floor, I'm like, this looks like some good TV. Now, as you just mentioned, Isaiah, you play Detective John Sampson. So what do you respect most about him as a character, and what have you learned from him?
The cool thing about John is that he's got his partner's back, and that's what you want. And I mean, definitely as a detective, but in life in general, you just want to know somebody's got your back. And that's the thing. John keeps Alex honest no matter what. He tells him the truth. He's going to make sure that he is the best version of him that he's dealing with. So, I mean, if you have somebody like that in your life, it's just really helpful.
Yeah, and I want to expand on that a little bit here for just another second and ask you, what's it like stepping into the world of being Alex Cross's right-hand man in solving crime? Because you guys really work in tandem in season 1, and it looks like in season 2 as well.
Yeah, what's great, what you just hit upon, which is a great question, is that they really have this brotherhood that you kind of can feel like, you know, on screen. It's just is really like, I mean, it's the show's, you know, love affair. Like these two African American men who like truly love each other and they want the best for each other. You know, you don't really get that on screen that often. So that's something that we really wanted to make sure that the audience sees and they understand that like these two guys are just, you know, they're tight. They have each other's back, and they're going to be honest with each other even when they have to have those hard conversations. They're going to keep it honest. Yeah,
I love that. Well, and I love seeing like just a strong male friendship, especially displayed on screen. I think that's really important in today's kind of society. Now, as a lot of people know, Cross is based off varying James Patterson novels. And so I'm curious from your perspective, is there any pressure associated with taking on characters originally created by James Patterson?
Oh man, Blake, another great question. Yes, there's definitely a little pressure because you want the fans to, you know, love your version of what they've been reading for this, you know, for however many years. You want them to love it as much as they love the book. So you really want to respect what, you know, the source material and come at it from a place of like, listen, it's my job to tell this story in a visual medium for the fans. But I want to give it to them as best I can so that they can be like, yeah, that's what, you know what? I never knew that's what he looked like, or I never knew that's how, you know, this particular thing was, but that's what, you know, that's kind of what I imagine. Yeah, great question, Blake.
That's interesting you say that too, because my wife's a big reader and she always says that with movie adaptations, you know, it's like we have someone in mind of what we think they look like when we're reading it, and to get to see it on screen is pretty special. Now, Isaiah, are we hoping for another season? Can we expect more seasons? Do we know yet? Where do we stand on that?
I think, you know, with all the book fans, the TV fans, the movie fans, everybody wants more Alex Cross. So we would love to have another season. You know, we haven't heard anything as of yet, but we're definitely looking forward to hearing some news. Hopefully it's good news.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Isaiah, thank you so much for your time this morning. Season 2 of Cross is streaming now on Prime Video. Check it out and go back and watch season 1 as well.
Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by AARP Austin, Advanced Pain Care, and Austin Telco Federal Credit Union.